Well, I am lucky enough to be here with Randy Rolfe. Randy, can you share a little bit about how you were introduced to Nikken?
Sure, Suzanne, thanks for this opportunity to share. I discovered Nikken over 19 years ago. I was actually looking for a way to share what I knew about natural health with more people. And I looked at a couple of companies that were selling nutritionals, but they were just me too compared to the good stuff I was getting from my health food store. So I kept looking and I discovered Nikken, and I fell in love with it immediately because I had a legal career. And as a young lawyer, I had helped farmers and the Indians up in upstate New York fight the ultra high voltage transmission lines that the New York Power Company was trying to put through upstate New York. And so I learned about what electromagnetic pollution was doing for our health. The dairies that were nearby were having infertility and two-headed calves, and there was more cancer the closer the schools and churches were near these high voltage transmission lines that were already in Canada. So I heard about the dangers of our electrified modern life. So when I heard that Nikken had started about the same time, back in the 70s, in Japan, to develop products to protect us from the electromagnetic pollution and restore us the natural energy fields of the earth, I grabbed onto it immediately. And my only question was, if people didn't know what I knew, would they still love it? And so when I started sharing the Nikken sleep system, the magnetic pad, I had all these women who weren't sleeping, and all of a sudden they were sleeping well. So that convinced me you don't have to know anything about what electricity is doing to you. If you're not sleeping and you get on this pad, you'll notice a difference. Mm-hmm. So then I had studied nutrition in the 80s just for my family, and added it to my family counseling practice later. And so when I looked into the nutritional line that Nikken adopted, I was really, really impressed. It was absolutely cutting edge. And I was doing consulting to local health food stores. And every time some salesperson would come in and say, look, we've got this new mushroom immunity tablet. And I'd say to myself, oh, Nikken already has that. Mm-hmm. And it was true in every area, every nutritional they added. So now they have a full line of nutritionals that have amazing qualities. And this new program for weight management is absolutely, in my opinion, the best on the market. And there's so many good things about it. But what it really is doing, like all their nutritionals, it's working directly with the body. There's nothing mega dosed with any specific goals. It's all about helping the body do what it does best, controlling our appetite, giving us steady energy through the day, and nourishing us in a great way. So I'm very excited about the new everyday organic-based weight management program. And I love that everyday thing, because this is not a quick weight loss thing, although you can lose pretty quick on it, but it's about nourishing the body and making it work and help you change your eating habits. So you could use this the rest of your life. It's not like, okay, you're going to lose a lot of weight in 90 days and then you're going to have to, tighten up everything and figure out now how to eat. It's a new way of eating, and you don't have to change anything. You just start this program and it changes from the inside out by rebalancing your brain, giving you steady energy, detoxing, because as you lose weight, there's toxins that are stored in the fat that need to be moved out. So detoxing is important too. So I could go on and on, but that's the highlights.
So the program itself is about weight management. So for people that might not need to lose a lot of weight or want to just maintain that healthy weight, or maybe they need a little more nutrition, is this appropriate for them as well?
Absolutely. It's good for everybody. And that's why they say weight management. I mean, if they just said health management, it'd still work. The Kenzen Vital Balance have always advocated starting breakfast with a good quality protein and minimizing your carbs in the morning, because that's what nourishes your brain and gets the protein is very satisfying and is also equalizes your energy through the day, so that you don't start craving coffee and sugar 2 hours later. And so many offices, you see people are going for coffee and sugar every 2 hours because they're on that hypoglycemic roller coaster. And starting out with the Kenzen Vital Balance prevents that. So it's not just about weight. It's much richer than that. It's about balance and detox and energy. And so you have everything you need to normalize your day. With the Kenzen Vital Balance, it has the ideal protein, totally vegan protein. It has the medium chain triglycerides that balance the appetite centers and also nourish the brain, so you don't get, what makes you want sugar is your brain kind of gets a little tired, low on energy, and glucose is what the brain likes to burn. So you go for that refined sugar. But if you have the ketones from the medium chain triglycerides, your brain never feels like that. You're actually nourishing the brain. So people feel better focus and more concentration. So it's not just about weight at all. But then we have the snack bars that are completely paleo, vegan, and that wonderful green tea, the matcha green tea for that pickup in the late morning or the late afternoon. That it has some caffeine in it, but it's from the whole leaf, so you don't get jitters, you don't get a downside. It's very even. So all the products in this program are designed to grow you into a healthy eating habit.
Now, yesterday when we were talking, you mentioned the need for chewing and how that's important in digestion. Can you share with us that?
Sure. Certainly the paleo bars they're good chewing things if you like to chew, and particularly some body types love chewing, but it is totally about health. We need foods that we can chew, because that's when it's the smell and the taste and the chewing that tell the rest of the body what's coming down. And of course, we have no conscious awareness of our once we swallowed something. And so we need to do the unconscious messaging. And so people say, well, okay, Kenzen Vital Balance is a liquid. But if you hold it in your mouth, enjoy the flavors, just think of all the good stuff it's doing for you, and just keep it in your mouth for 2 minutes, and it's the same as chewing. Chewing breaks things up, and Kenzen Vital Balance has done that for you. And most people who have weight issues or even other health issues, their digestion is compromised. So it is really helpful having the Kenzen Vital Balance that has already broken down the food. But having all those broken down food in your mouth then you can use that to get the messages to the rest of the body. And then chewing the paleo bars during the day is great, and chew them well. In the olden days, in the 1920s and 30s, they had what they called Fletcherizing, because Dr. Fletcher said chew every bite 30 times. You don't ever hear that anymore, but it's some of the best health advice you can get.
And even in the everyday program that they've put together, they've paired up a salad or an egg or something else to go with the shakes. And is that part of the reason why they've done that in that plan?
Oh, I would think so, yes. And what I love about the program is that you don't have to change everything. Just get started with the program. And their meal suggestions are very helpful. That sure, you want to eat food that makes you chew, but if you get started with a good healthy digestion, there's good enzymes, there's all kinds of amazing probiotics in the Ken's Vital Balance, if you get all those things started right in the morning, then what you do end up chewing for yourself later on will go down a lot better and be properly digested. And you won't have that craving for a quick snack before bed, which is also not desirable, because then your digestion doesn't get to clean itself up during your sleep, and it also disturbs your sleep. So it's a total life program. I love it.
Now, one other thing that you shared yesterday with me was the idea of you living in this energizing environment, supporting your body so that you yourself might not need the snacks like other folks. And so can you speak a minute on that, perhaps?
Oh, sure. Yes. I have always eaten a good breakfast, because I learned actually from Adele Davis back in the early 70s that you want to set your day's program with a good quality breakfast. And it depends on the person how big or little it's going to be, but it needs to be quality protein. And if you're active and get a good night's sleep, chances are that you're not even going to need a snack. And especially with Ken's Vital Balance, it's so complete. I mean, it's a functional food. It's so complete that it might surprise you. You don't even think about food till lunchtime. But if you do, and especially in transition, the paleo bars are amazing. They're delicious, and you get the full satisfaction because it's real whole food and nothing else. And I love that about it. They don't put any fillers in. They figured out how to combine real food, so it sticks into a nice little convenient bar and tastes fantastic. And then but really eating, we got into the habit of grazing in the 80s and 90s. It's been a disaster for people's weight, because what's available? Junk food. So if you think you have to eat every 2 hours and you're out and about or you're on the job, you're not going to be eating good food. Now you can take your paleo bars with you, thank goodness, and your 10-4 tea from Nikken. But if once you're truly balanced, your body's going to generate natural energy. And if you go into a traditional society, they don't snack all the time. Sometimes they only eat 1 or 2 meals a day, and they have plenty of energy. They'll walk 6 miles to get some water or chase a bird or something. So we don't need to be eating all the time, even though, you know, our food industry would love us to do that, and they're doing a good job promoting it. But Nikken is all about us. They're building people from the ground up, like I like to say, because of our magnetic insoles. And now they have an amazing line of actual functional food and food supplements and bio-replenishment. And all of it is in amounts that work with the body, and food-based and organic-based, so the body recognizes it as stuff that it can really use and doesn't have to shoot to the kidneys or liver to get detoxified and shoot out of the body. It's all useful stuff. So it's quite amazing, and they rely on researchers all over the world to develop these products.
Well, Randy, this has been great information. I know I'll be sharing this with others. You know, this program is not only well thought up, it's designed to be convenient, to be simple to use, and portable and affordable as well. So I really want to thank you for your time today, and we'll share this with many people and change some lives.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you, Suzanne, for this opportunity. It's a great pleasure always to talk with you.
Thanks.